Please welcome to the stage presidential candidate Rick Santorum.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. Thank you. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you. Well, it is great to be back in Grand Rapids. I've been here many, many times, and it's great to be at the heartland of here in Western Michigan and the great conservative values of this area. And I appreciate you very, very much for carrying the banner here in Michigan for conservatism. Let me introduce you. You might have wondered who these people are up on stage with me. First and foremost is my sweetheart of 21 years, and the mother of our children, and the rock on which I stand. This is a real treat for us. We actually get a chance to spend some time together this week. We're going to be traveling on the road, and we brought along 3 of our kids, Daniel and Sarah Maria and John, the other 3 there. And I know you folks are busy, and I'm not the main attraction. I just wanted to come by and say hello and thank you. Obviously, this has been quite a roller coaster ride for us, and things are going well for us. We're out and we're talking about a positive message. We're out there talking about the important things that are on people's minds in America today. We're talking about a real choice in this election between someone who believes they know what's best for you, someone who believes that government should be the ones deciding everything from what health care policy you should have, to what loan you get, to what light bulb you turn on, as opposed to someone who understands what made America great was what you do here in Western Michigan. You built strong families, strong communities, strong churches, strong civic and community organizations, and you're not looking for government. You're not looking for government to tell you how to do things right, because you do things right here already. And if people are in need, well, then it is our obligation to help those in need. That's what we believe. That's what our founders believe. That's what this country was built upon. And that's what we have to understand, that if the government continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger, not only are they going to rob you of your economic freedom, but they're going to rob you of every other freedom. They're going to start telling you, when they give you a right, they're going to tell you how to exercise that right. When it comes to economics or faith or anything else. This is what's at stake in this election. Yes, it is about the economy. It is about this government crushing business with regulations. The Obama administration last year alone promulgated more regulations, over $100 million in 1 year, than the Bush administration, I would go back to the Clinton administration did in 4 years. This administration has just exploded government's reach and control of people's lives through the regulatory process. And they're destroying business. They're creating all sorts of uncertainty. If there's one word I hear everywhere I go, it's uncertain. What are they going to do to me next? What's coming down the line? Obamacare alone has 700 places where it says the secretary shall. And they're only through the first few hundred. They got more to come. They are absolutely crushing the golden egg. They're crushing the economy of this country. And it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better unless we have someone who can go out and paint an alternative vision. That's why I've gone out and talked about what we want to do in energy production. You want to talk about where we're really getting hurt. You're seeing an economy beginning to try it, as they're carrying along the weight of government regulation, starting to get a little momentum. And there's a headwind ahead of it right now, and it's called energy prices. The same thing that happened in 2008 that led us into this recession in the first place. It's coming back. Why? Because this president is doing everything he can to hurt energy production in this country, to drive up the cost of energy. There are 4, if you look at Alaska, Mexico, and Venezuela, between those 3 countries in the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years, we're going to lose between 4 and 5 million barrels a day coming into this country, because we're going to run out of oil and it won't flow through the pipeline in Alaska, because we need to have more production up there. And what does the president do? He's against ANWR. We have Mexico, which is depleted production. They're going to be an importer in 5 years. not an exporter. And then we have Venezuela. China is building a refinery there, and that crude is now going to go to China, not to us. And so what does the President of the United States do in response to that? He cancels the Keystone Pipeline to bring more energy and more oil into this country. Why? What is the President's objective? Does he really want higher energy? Does he really want this economy to slow down? What possible reason would you give to destroy the economic engine that creates wealth? You look at any analysis of country by country, and you look at the price and availability of energy, and you look at the standard of living of the country, and they're directly tied. The lower the price of energy and the more available, the higher the standard of living. Ladies and gentlemen, this president is going out and undermining our economy on its most foundational level. Even we're producing energy, which is in Pennsylvania and in the Bakken, through something called hydrofracking. Hydrofracking has been going on for years. Hundreds of thousands of wells have been drilled with it. And all of a sudden, now the Obama administration, now that we've seen natural gas prices plummet from $13 to $2.50, now the administration wants to say, oh, we may want to put a moratorium on this. We may want to stop this. Whose side is he on, is the question. We need someone that's on your side. We need someone who's on the side of growth, someone who's going to stand up and get rid of these ridiculous regulations, someone who's going to go out and talk about how we can create energy, we can rebuild the manufacturing sector of our economy, and I've got a plan in place. I talked about it at the Economic Club in Detroit that's going to bring jobs back to small town America and manufacturing to make us competitive. I talk about cutting the corporate tax in half. We're doing all sorts of things to try to send a message. You want someone who can create a clear contrast on health care. You're looking at the author of the original medical savings accounts, health savings accounts. You folks are familiar with health savings. It's a private sector, market-driven approach to controlling costs, not a big government-run program to control costs. You're looking at someone of energy that never bought into the, quote, climate science of global warming, that we later found out was not climate science, it was political science. I never bought into that, never bought into cap and trade. I present a clear contrast with Barack Obama on all these big government top-down versus bottom-up. And that's why I'm here in Michigan. That's why we're going around this state and around the country. You want the clear contrast. You want someone who can paint a positive, hopeful vision for America that believes in free people, free markets, faith and family as the foundational pillars of our country. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity here in conservative Western Michigan to talk and to speak loudly about what this country needs. That's why I'd appreciate your help and support. Have a wonderful dinner, and God bless.